Hey beautiful soul stars, welcome to Starlight, Starbright Tarot. I hope you're all well. Love, light and blessings to each and every one of you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if not, it will improve. Just take a positive mindset. Okay, don't let the turkeys get you down. Okay, someone's having a hard time. Alright, we all have good days and bad days. Just remember that. Be good to yourself and love yourself is what I'm getting to say to you. I did have this nagging download of somebody wanting to know who they are going to marry, but then the cards that have been drawn today are quite interesting cards, so we'll see how it marries up. Okay, love to you guys. We have, the angels have chosen the Deviant Moon Tarot, something Deviant Moon. Perhaps you've been involved with devious types of people, and you might be a little bit afraid to move forward when it comes to love. Okay, it's okay, we've all been there. Sometimes we wonder why, but it's all part of your life lessons. It's all part of your experiences, and the more experiences we have, and you know, painful experiences, you know, the more depth that we have. So the more understanding that we have and compassion that we have for ourselves and others. So let's find out what what the angels, past, over, loved ones, ancestors, what do they want us to know? So we have the Empress. Oh, that came out first yesterday. And then we have the Five of Wands. So, and this is interesting because this Empress is looking at this Five of Wands like, what? Oh my God. You know, are these the partnerships that you have? Is this what you see? Is this how you see people? You're very intuitive and insightful is what I'm getting, but your third eye is opening and you will see the devils and the demons for who they are. You know, perhaps you think you're cursed, but there's a lot of conflict here. Yeah, and it's quite dark, shadowy work. Needing to work on your own shadow self as well, releasing all of these fears, releasing this nightmare energy. Remember, you are the Empress and you're going to grow in power and strength. Whatever your experiences have been with other people, in your relationships, in marriages even, for those who've been married, or maybe you're in a marriage, it just seems like hell, like there's just nothing but conflict. But you're being asked to rise above this. You are growing into the Empress. And yes, when we look back and we think about our lives, sometimes it can be very shocking. You think, wow, you know, all these people came out to hurt me. There was nothing but conflict and despair, and, you know, I just don't want this to happen again. And of course, you know, we can't avoid trouble, so it's how we deal and cope with trouble. Trouble says more about the others than it does about you. So you're being risen up to this Empress standard, raising your standards and just having no expectations. Trust in God, trust in the Divine Almighty, trust in your guides, trust your instincts. The Empress is very beautiful. There are a lot of people who fight for your attention. This is the thing. So there could be a lot of ego energy here with this Five of Wands. It's Leo energy, prideful energy. There could be a lot of people who are fighting for your attention, but all you see are devils. It's like that 1980s movie, I've forgotten what it's called, but basically what happens, he finds these glasses, he puts them on, and he sees like people who actually look like this, like skulls, seeing them for who they truly are. Yeah, so you're going to rise above the rabble is what I'm saying as well. You could actually live in an environment like this. You're kind of frightened to leave your home. You could live in a space or a place where there's nothing but conflict and violence. You know, you hear it through your windows. Could even be neighbors. There's just too much fighting energy going on here, lower chakra energy. You're being asked to rise above this. Don't pay this any attention. Don't give this any of your energy as you move forward with your life. You know, you've had a lot of conflict in your life, or you're living in a very conflictual situation. And this kind of is shocking to you, and that's a good thing if it shocks you, because that means you are not like them. If you get pleasure in what these people are doing or have done, then you're kind of one of them, you know what I mean? People who find pleasure in other people's pain. So the fact that this behavior has shocked you, You know, people have come out of the woodwork, people you'd never have expected to hurt you and harm you. This is part of your test of life. This is your test of faith and your spirit. Know that you are being guided in the right direction, and know that all of these harms, yes, create trauma, and we can go pretty low for a while, but you're going to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward without looking back, and keep moving forward. And of course we do have to reflect on what's past and our part in it. You know, maybe you've just been consumed with emotion, you've been consumed with shock and awe. This has dragged your energy down into your lower chakras, you know, your fight or flight. But the divine is asking you to become this empress, to rise above. Look, this is minor arcana. It could be youthful energy as well, you know, youths fighting. This could be your job or has been your job. You know, maybe you've been involved with youths in some way, or perhaps you're a parent, you know, and you just think to yourself, wow, you know, how did these people turn out like this, or how am I going to deal with this? The divine is saying that you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, not because it was wrong or that you shouldn't have been there, but it's time to leave. So, you know, you've experienced all of this, so now it's time to take all of that pain, turn it into power, and then take action. So it's time to move ahead, time to look ahead. So who will you marry? And we have a Page of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy as well. Someone's trying to get your attention. They could be a smaller stature. They could have red hair or, you know, honey colored hair. They have red in their hair of some kind. It could even be dyed, or it could even be extensions, something like that. But there's definitely red here. And see all of this purple? You know, you are royal. You are spiritual royalty. I've just noticed that. And see, like, this purple cloak is protecting you. Spirit is protecting you from this. You may not have felt protected, but, you know, there are people who don't survive, you know, these situations, but you have survived, you have grown, and now you have good news coming your way with this Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands gives us news. They're a messenger. They go out and scout and come back and report. So this could even be reporting of some kind as well, or you're going to put yourself out into the world in some way that's going to help others. Telling your story is what I'm getting. So there is a new beginning here, or there could be somebody around you who is trying to get your attention. They're trying to hold your focus this way. It could be a sprite, it could be spiritual, because wands are highly intuitive and highly spiritual. So they're trying to get you to look forward. They're trying to get you to move forward towards them. You know, they could be giving you help, assistance, and wisdom as well. So there's somebody around you. They're inspirational. They're a little battler, I was going to say, a fighter. We call them battlers here in Australia, you know, very brave and courageous energy. So there's somebody who's trying to get your attention, trying to say, don't look into the past. Put your worries and concerns down. You're being given the cloak of invisibility. You're being given the cloak of protection. And the crown on the head is blue. So, you know, that's communicating as well. You know, it's on the crown chakra. So Spirit's trying to communicate with you, and be careful how you communicate with yourself. Blue can also have those connotations of depression as well. The crown chakra needs to be cleansed and opened. It could even be negative self-talk. We have all of these ideas around karma. We think in some way we deserve what's happening to us, but that is not true. Karma has been used as a weapon against people to make them feel guilty, because we all feel guilty about something, even small scale guilt, and people play on this guilt. You have nothing to feel guilty for. You've done everything right. Yes, you've battled, you've played your part, but at the end of the day, the Empress always tells the truth, and you're rising again as you move forward, is what I'm getting to say to you. So you've got a Page of Wands coming your way. So I just saw the Queen of Swords and the Devil together. That could be a divorced person, a widow, or something like that. So there could be devil energy around you, or you've had a female figure, a feminine figure in your life who is really evil. They really have an evil tongue. they're spiteful, they're not very nice, they've got the devil on their mind. Even your parent or a feminine energy around you has this jealous kind of devil energy is what I'm getting. But as you move forward, you're being guided, you know, you're being asked to move forward. Someone or something is guiding you to look ahead. Okay, let's, with this Page of Wands. And see, green, this person's very heartfelt as well. And then we have the Magician here. The Magician is the alchemist, is the healer. And it's this person's moving ahead. They've just dipped their finger in the wine, yeah, which is interesting. So maybe there's something here to do with alcohol or perhaps poison even. You know, you need to be aware of toxicity, of poisons of some kind. You know, maybe you need to think organically. You might have heavy metals in your body from poisoning. There are all sorts of ways to rid yourself of heavy metals and try and stay away from toxic foods. But yeah, the Magician, things going on behind the scenes. But with this Magician and the Page of Wands, somebody is contacting you on behalf of someone else. Now, the Magician is very gifted and talented, and they have all the elements at their disposal. But this is the thing too, you're kind of going from all this conflict to become the Empress to some good news and a new beginning, and then your gifts start to come in. So the Divine is going to give you the gifts, going to give you the resources, going to give you everything you need to be that Magician, to manifest miracles into your life. Now, who are you going to marry? Somebody who is fun, brings good news, likes to travel, who has courage and bravery, who is young at heart, is what I'm getting to say to you. So this Magician, this Gemini energy, you know, it's mercurial energy. So the Magician knows how to communicate, because Mercury's about communication. They know how to communicate and use everything at their disposal to be successful. So you're being asked to take on this energy so that you can meet this Magician who will be perfect for you. They're very talkative, they're very interesting, they're into all sorts of you know, like they enjoy conspiracy theories, but they don't get bogged down in it. So you could meet them at a wine tasting or a tasting of some kind. Food, there's food and drink here, like nibblies and red wine and things like that. They could have a vineyard or to do with a vineyard of some kind. But see, their wand isn't glowing. So, you know, they're missing passion in their life. You know, they're looking for passion. Maybe that's what's missing in your life. You know, you're not feeling passionate about anything. You're kind of sitting pretty. You're looking after yourself. This is small steps as well. You're being protected so that you can start to realize yourself as the Empress or the Emperor. And then we have a Magician into the future. So, oh, and the World. There you go. This person could be on the other side of the world from you, but this is completion. This is fulfillment of your wishes. It could also mean wealth, taking your power back, and a new chapter is going to open, and a portal is going to open. It's going to be like magic, and all of a sudden, you know, you're going to have power in your own world. So things are coming into completion. You're going to start feeling a lot more complete, but also this person completes you. You're perfect for one another. This could also be the world stage. You could be a healer in the world, or you're putting yourself out on stage. A public profile here also. This person could have a very high public profile and be on the world stage in some way. You could meet via something like, you know, online, that kind of thing. This person's kind of going to contact you, or yeah, they're going to reach out to you. So just you sit pretty, but you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention to the red flags. You're going to be put through a test. So you've got to work out, is this person shady, or is this person, you know, the one for me? Because you'll know, and you can't make it fit. Like often we have very bad relationships because we're going against the red flags. We're going against our better intuition. You know, we're loving or wanting someone for all the wrong reasons. And that's also manifestation. If you're trying to manifest something and it's not meant for you, that's not your path, then yes, you'll get it, but it won't bring you happiness, it won't bring you joy. So, you know, God wants you to feel complete, wants you to be abundant, wants you to have everything that the world has to offer. So there's something here to do with the world, literally as well. There could be travel involved or something like that. You know, you could end up buying a ticket, going traveling, doing something, and then you meet this person. They could be a performer of some kind, or you're a performer. And what's beneath the world? Oh, the Knight of Cups. See, look, the Knight of Cups, love. So we have some, you know, the Knight of Cups is a proposal. They can be a little bit on the immature side. They don't always take commitment seriously. This is Knight of Cups energy and this World card. You could be, worldly, like they're worldly or something like that. But this is a definite proposal. This person's searching for love. They're looking, you know, you're going to match each other on a spiritual level. The Magician's very spiritual, and so is the Knight of Cups. But this is the Knight of Love. You know, they're in search of love, and they're going to stop at nothing to have the love that they desire, that they know is good for them. And this is psychic energy, you know, trusting yourself. Like, you may meet other people between now and this person for you to reject, not out of fear, but just you're actually, you know, really in your intuitive energy, you're trusting in God, you're having faith, and you just go, you know what, no. That's just more of the same of what I've already had. I can see it, I can sense it, I can know it. This is the wisdom that you're growing up into. So there's a definite proposal here. Marriage into the future is what I'm getting. You're going to complete one another. And see, we have the Knight of Swords here. As I said, you know, communication. Somebody talks a lot, they're quite a communicator. They could have a dog with big teeth, you know, which would be probably a big dog of some kind. What's on their mind? What's that? Oh, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, they're feeling a lot of stress, or there's a lot of stress when it comes to communicating, to moving forward. This person's a little bit scared to approach you. They've also been through a lot of betrayal. They've also been in that self-imposed prison. So there's some nervous energy here around communicating and coming forward. They're guarded, they're on their guard, but this guardedness will turn into feelings of love. There could also be two younger people around you. You know, you are the World card, who are watching you. These could be relatives of yours, they could be brothers, they could be sisters, offspring, two people kind of around their 30s, maybe younger, maybe a bit older, but who may, you know, be overprotective of you. But don't worry about this. Don't, just let them be who they are. Nothing's going to stop this coming together. Nothing's going to stop this relationship. So somebody's very talkative, or you'll have a lot to talk about. Somebody's, you know, not only loving but also intelligent, with the Swords and the Cups there. You know, they are gifted and talented. They're entertaining as well, is what I'm getting. Like, they're very entertaining and a lot of fun. And you need this. You need some entertainment. You need some fun. You need to be brought out of yourself, and this person is coming into your life. This is the Handle Tarot. So tell us more. Who are you going to marry? Is this correct? Is this happening? Is what we're saying? Please affirm. Please affirm what we've been talking about, as you always do. Thank you, Divine All. And then we have Death. So yeah, so, you know, maybe you've had a lot of loss in your life. Maybe, you know, people have gone out of your life, but these people have gone out of your life because they are disruptors. You have to turn your back on people, even the people you love, if they're not allowing you to grow, if they're only holding you back in lower vibrational energy. So Death is here, death and rebirth. And that looks like an emu. Oh no, it's an eagle. Yeah, the eagles. It's funny because I mentioned that in one of my readings, the eagles popped up. I should have put a bet on it. No, I don't condone betting. You know, rising up taking back your power. And it's interesting because in this death card, it's like being risen from the dead, and then a wand in the hand. There's some kind of like Excalibur kind of thing. So Excalibur, you know, sword and the stone, could have something to do with you. You may have lost a lot of weight, or there may be issues around your weight. I'm getting dysmorphia as well. So yeah, there could be something around anorexia, dysmorphia, or, you know, body dysmorphia or things like that in your past. But the eagle, you're going to be freed. You know, eagles are about freedom. You know, they are about flying and soaring and, yeah, being freed, you know, on the wings of an eagle, or on the wings of, is that a song? On the wings of an eagle, or on the something. But also, eagles are birds of prey. And see, with this Five of Swords, you know, you've had people who've picked your bones, you know, people who are always trying to pick a bone with you. That's a saying. You know, they're always, you know, they've always got something angry, or they're always trying to, you know, blame you or whatever. You know, they just have a bone to pick with you. This person's not picking at your bones. This person's actually, you know, this person, this eagle, they want you to rise up. The divine wants you to rise up, wants you to soar. And I'm getting like this kind of thing, you know, they will protect you. They will protect you from harm. They're going to stand by you. And maybe this has been missing in your life. You know, people who are supposed to love you, people who are supposed to know you and understand you, who just let you, they just let the mob humiliate you, or just let the mob crush you and hurt you while they stand back and enjoy it. Yeah, the death card here, it's time to rebirth, taking all of this pain, all of these experiences, and rising up as the Empress. And Libra, you know, you're very just, you're very true. You haven't had justice, but you know the truth, and Spirit is saying to you, spiritual justice is knowing your truth, knowing that really at the end of the day you didn't deserve any of this, but at the same time you didn't trust your intuition. You may have chosen particular things based on insecurities, based on trauma from the past, neediness, you know, these sorts of things from lower vibrational energy. And then we have the Son of the Cups. So we have the Prince of Cups again, and we have work, Three of Stones. So this is the Three of Pentacles. See, again, it could be social media, or you work online, or this could even be online. Look, I think what's happening here with this all of a sudden online is that online dating is not something you should be doing. You are the Empress. You do not need to do the chasing. You do not need to do the searching. It's almost going to be like a miracle how you're going to meet this person. Yeah. It's going to be like magic coming into your life. You could meet this person through a profession, through your work. They're going to come and find you. It's like a delivery. They're going to deliver, yeah. It's a delivery of some kind, and then down the track it's going to become a proposal. It's going to become a coming together. So the Son of Cups with the Page of Wands, they could actually, you know, see this person, they could be a bit shaggy like this, a bit of a grizzly bear kind of looking person, a bit shaggy. That's what I'm getting. And look, they have very, very intense eyes. They have a sadness to them, but they have very, very intense eyes. They're taking a sip, and then all of a sudden, you know, then all of a sudden they're like, huh? Looking over the top of a cup, or a top, you know, they're looking over something as they take a sip of their wine, or if they're, I don't know, or they're putting their hand to their mouth. It's almost like, oh my God, oh my God. And the passion will be ignited is what I'm getting. They'll come to you, you're not to go to them, but you've got to stop looking in the past and focus on yourself as well. So, and see, we have all this snake energy, this entanglement as well. So, you know, we have these entanglements that we need to cut the cords that bind. Okay, so, you know, here they come, the Prince of Cups, and that's Cancer energy. There's family energy here as well. Your family are going to suss this person out. And then we have the Prince of Wands. So, you know, this passionate energy, Prince of Wands energy. They could be with a friend, or they have a son, is what I'm getting. If this is masculine energy, this could be a single father, or you could have a son, or a couple of them. Son of Wands in the East, Prince of Wands. So this is very passionate. They could be very musical, or you are. This person's playing a flute, or you enjoy, you know, spiritual music from other sides of the world, is what I'm getting. You know, like we have India here, of course. So we have north and east. So you could be from the north, they could be from the east, or something like that. That's just that's very specific. So yeah, and what's on the bottom? Oh, Six of Stones, success. So this is going to be very successful. You're also going to be very successful when it comes to your finances. Six of Pentacles, you know, giving and receiving gifts and things like that. This person's very generous as well, as you are. This is reciprocal as well. This is, you know, you're going to balance one another in the material world. So in the 3D world is what you're going from 3 of Pentacles to 6 of Pentacles. So you could be getting a pay rise. There could be an increase here, which is, you know, going to come in the nick of time, I'm getting. And then on the Hierophant. So, you know, we have the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. This is fated. We have the Hierophant here, traditional marriage, but traditional structures as well. Older buildings. We could have the arts here for some reason, I'm getting. Churches even for some of you. You could meet in church or in a spiritual space of some kind. Could even be sightseeing is what I'm getting. But the Hierophant is, you know, is giving you a key. You're getting information. The Hierophant is spirit, it is God, it is guidance as well. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, good fortune, things are coming into your favor. You know, this is kind of fated, it's meant to be. We can't interfere with the Wheel of Fortune as it turns. So you're coming into a time of prosperity and good fortune. It's going to feel a little bit like a miracle. You're going to wonder where all this came from. So everything's coming into balance. Everything you've truly wished for and truly deserved is coming into balance as the Wheel of Fortune turns into your favor. So the Hierophant can tell me with the page of, with the Prince of Cups, which we had twice, the Knight of Cups here, that there's going to be some kind of marriage with the Hierophant and the World card here. So you might not be traditional people, but somehow you want to, you know, you want to marry. You may never wanted to get married, but you're going to marry this person. They're going to give you a traditional proposal is what I'm getting. They're kind of very romantic. Is very good. And see, look, we have later dude. So you're leaving all this behind. You're leaving all the chaos behind. You're leaving all the old behind for the new with the Death card here. So later dude with a traveling case. So you could be traveling. It could be a short trip or something like that. Love yourself enough to accept only the best. Let go the wrong person. Be comfortable being alone. So that's where you are right now. You know, you're focusing on your work. You could be working from home even. And the Empress, you know, raising your standards. Only accept the best because you are worth that. Let go of these wrong people. There's no such thing as right and wrong, but you have to now move in faith, moving with your intuition, moving with those things that are good for you without forcing anything in your life. You have to flow, not force. So you're leaving the old behind for the new, or you're going traveling. Yeah. And then we have strategy. Have a game plan. Implement daily routines that support your goals. Be clear about your desires. So, you know, and there's a map here, a treasure map here as well. So you need to follow your path, and you can only do that through faith and through intuition and maybe psychic ability, getting to your destination. Well, travel here. So your strategy is to just be the Empress, to look after yourself, to get into a routine. And when you get into a routine of going out and walking or being somewhere, this is when, you know, someone comes into your life. They're going to come to you. You could bump into them. You might not even notice them at first, but they've noticed you, and they have a strategy. They have a game plan. They are going to make themselves known to you. But if you're still too busy looking into the horror story that your life has been, you could miss this golden opportunity, because the Wheel of Fortune is also about opportunity. And this is like a little island or a park or something like that. You know, we have the treasure map, but it looks like a little park. So you could actually just meet them in a park, or maybe you're going on an island holiday. You're also learning to be alone. But when we learn to be alone without being lonely, and we kind of just accept our circumstances and get into routines and make the most of it, when we do meet someone, we don't have any expectations, because we're kind of whole within ourselves. You know, you can fulfill yourself. So it's getting rid of that neediness, all of that toxic energy from your past, from your childhood. They're manifesting you into their life. The escape artist may sabotage, avoiding hurt. So, you know, you can't sabotage this. This is what we were saying. You can't avoid the hurt. Afraid to be loved, still looking. Don't run when it gets real. Okay, sorry, I'm reading it upside down and the letters are tiny. I'll just, yeah. So may sabotage, end to avoid hurt, afraid to be loved, still looking, don't run when it gets real. So I know that I'm an escape artist. I've always been an escape artist. Not because when it gets real, but when it gets chaotic, I do tend to run. Yeah. So this is a test of this as well. You know, stand firm, stand in love, know that you are worthy, and you know, maybe you're afraid that they're an escape artist, that they're not coming with good intentions, but I'm getting more that this is, you know, your fears as the Empress over here, or the feminine. You could also have a masculine who feels the same way. Like, it's complementary here. Everything I've said could also be for a masculine. The masculine could be the Empress in this situation, so flip it around whichever way. And thinking, time is needed. Don't make reactive, impulsive decisions. Consider all your perspectives. And that's with the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, that's everything we've already discussed. Oh, and look, total connection, like-minded, resonance in intimacy, compatible personality types, healthy attachment styles. So, wow, that sums it all up, doesn't it? So yeah, you know, and isn't that interesting? I said before about this guy, you know, like he's got a cup coming to his lips, but didn't I say putting his hand to his chin or his mouth? There we go. Gosh, you know. Oh God, I'm more psychic than I realise I am. It's hilarious. I find all this hilarious. Like, I've lived by logic my whole life. Creative, very creative person, but lived by logic my whole life, and you know, you awaken. But mind you, I've been seeing dead people and talking to the angels since I was a child, so, you know, I've always had that spiritual aspect. But never did I think I would be doing this. And you're a warrior woman, see? And there's that sword, an Ace of Swords here, truth and clarity, knowing your truth. We talked about that. And see this pink aura as well, you know, of protection, of love. The angels love you, send you their love, ancestors. You could have lovely flowing hair that curls slightly at the ends, like on here, but warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? You know, you're too busy looking back, but all the things we've talked about are all the things that you need to continue to work on. Don't force yourself, like don't, you know, so think about your thinking. You need to communicate clearly with yourself, but also the angelic realm is communicating with you through the crown chakra with that blue hat that I said before. Have you answered your deepest calling? You know, stop looking at the 3D, rise above it all, and, you know, move forward. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So, you know, fragmented energy here. You are a warrior. You've been through a lot. You need to just take this as time of rest. You're not being punished for anything. You're just needing to take time to rest. Align your life. So, you know, there's all this fractured, fragmented energy. You may have thought you were going mad. People have driven you mad. But, you know, you're coming out of this in, you know, as a full, whole person with the World card here. What is not aligned or needs to change? And that's with strategy as well. You need a strategy for your life to get into a routine, to have more focus, to be less fragmented, and trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you were about to have love come in your life, what would you do? If you knew you were about to have financial success with the Wheel of Fortune here and the Six of Pentacles, if you knew you were going to have all of the things you could have ever dreamed of, you know, that the world has to offer you as a reward for, you know, coming out of this hell and into the light intact, still loving, still spiritual, still kind, having grown, come closer to God. Once you've passed that test, that you didn't succumb, you didn't become evil, you didn't, you know, become one of them. You always maintained your love and your compassion. But yes, you have been fractured, things have been difficult, you could have had bone breaks and things like that, but you know, trust your path now. The way is being cleared, and get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So, you know, you are an empath. You've been through, you know, the worst of the worst. You've been through very difficult times, and this is all about to change. So remember to stay grounded as well. This could be a test of that, a test of keeping your emotions intact, keeping your emotions in balance, and moving forward. And we'll just, I did have these I Ching cards, so we'll just get one. Great vigor. Constancy bears fruit. So align your life. 34, 43, 7, angel guidance, great vigor. So you're going to be re-energized. We talked about this. Be consistent. Find a routine for your life. Also, you know, when it comes to your work, like you might be a person who easily falls into a routine when you're working in structures, the Hierophant, when you're working in traditional structures, when you're given boundaries. But you're being asked to give yourself boundaries. You may not be a person who's very good with boundaries, self-discipline. It's kind of like time to smarten up a little bit, stop being so sloppy. And creative force from the source. So this is divine. Creating success. Constancy bears fruit again. Okay, and that's a number 1. So, you know, you are very individual. You have an individuality. You have gifts and talents. Trust your path. You are numero uno. Put yourself first, but that doesn't mean that you're selfish. And we'll just get a couple of tea leaves. Another long reading. I can be a little bit long-winded when I speak. People ask me a yes or no question and I go on a winding path of explanation. You can see the eyes starting to roll, like, and I'm like, oh God. Lightning, control your anger or you'll be sorry. These people who have not been able to control their anger will be sorry. Maybe you lost control of your emotions. Maybe you did get angry, but you know, if you can ask yourself, well, yeah, I got angry. Yeah, I lost emotional control. Yeah, I went crazy for a while. Oh my God, who was that? I don't even know who that person was. But did you speak truth? You know, did you speak truth? But going forward, you need to be able to communicate before the volcano inside of you goes off, is what I'm getting. So, yeah, you know, did you tell truth? Did you speak truth? Did you target behavior and not the person? Like, you are this, you are that, whatever. Target the behavior. Please don't do that. That's not nice. You're hurting me. And blah, 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 blah. You know? Yep. So, or target the behavior. But this is going to be like a lightning bolt as well. They're all going to be sorry. The Sword of Justice is here. So, you know, you are a warrior. You are a warrior of God. And you are under God's protection. And, oh, the eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. There's the eagle again. So, you know, this could be to do with America or somebody who's American. You could meet an American if you're not. I'm saying that from the perspective of being Australian. Yeah, so. Or eagles, you know, where, you know, places where eagles are seen. Yeah, beware of self-delusion. This is what you're being asked. Let go of self-delusion. Let go of expectations and things like that. You might think that you're delusional, to think that you can have everything. Maybe you've been treated as if you are delusional. The greatest geniuses and the most successful people in the world have all been treated by the mob as if they are crazy, as if they are delusional, that kind of thing. But see, you know, dragon energy here. You could be born in the year of the dragon. You're being asked to ground yourself and be consistent. No, you're not delusional. They are delusional. You know, demons come on your path to create delusion within you. So stay grounded, keep clear and trust, you know, keep your mind clear and trust your path. And see unicorns, you know, you're a very special creature. You are one of a kind. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Well, that sums everything up. And that's what you're going to be doing. And hills, obstacles overcome. The sound of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh, and on the bottom, rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So you're not going to go through hell again. You've been through hell. You've come out the other side. True angels on earth, they go through hell, but they don't become the hell that is around them, they manage to rise above and still shine their light. And you're going to lead and shine your light for others, help others come through their hell, because that's part of your path as well. You're going to be pinching yourself. You're going to think that you're delusional, or people think that you're delusional. But, you know, who gives a fuck what other people think? It's what other people think and say that have put you into this nightmare situation. It's all other people who've put you into this nightmare situation and your reactions to it. So no more reacting, learning to respond rather than react, or learning not to respond at all. Okay, love to you guys. Bye.